Well, welcome everyone. Monday, March 7th, and we are going with the theme of mindfulness. Our topic for tonight is self-compassion. And so first, let's talk about what it means to be mindful. What does that mean? We hear so much about mindfulness and being mindful. Being mindful is being intensely aware of what you are sensing and feeling in the present moment without interpretation or judgment. In other words, having an awareness of what is right now. As we all know, it's hard to slow down and notice things in this busy world that we live in. And especially in our day-to-day caregiving journey, it's even harder to set aside that mindset, to look at things intentionally and with discernment and acceptance. But we are learning to do these things in small ways, one step at a time. And we are especially learning that in our breathing and meditation practice every week. Practicing mindfulness is essential to our own self-care as caregivers. It's hard to put ourselves first when often the loved ones we are responsible for take precedence. But did you know that you can become a better caregiver when you meet your own needs first? Yes, when you take care of yourself first, you automatically become a better caregiver. And that's what self-compassion is all about, being kind to yourself and being warm and understanding as you would be to a friend or a loved one. So how do we begin to be more compassionate to ourselves? One of the most compassionate things we can do for ourselves is to nurture our mind and our body. We can start by choosing to fill our mind and body with positive things, such as healthy food, good conversation, and new and supportive information, for example. Also, through mindfulness, we are becoming aware of what we are needing in this present moment. And so we ask ourselves, do I need food? Do I need hydration? Do I need exercise? Or do I need rest? Do I need a hug? Or do I need some time alone? And when we recognize what we need, not only do we deserve to make those choices, and we do deserve that, but when we do, we support our overall health and well-being in the most wonderful ways. We begin to recognize what does and does not make us feel good. We become mindful of what we consume mentally and physically. And we become mindful of what we do with our energy, what we want to spend our time on, and what we don't want to invest our time and our energy in. This awareness gives us the opportunity to make more conscious, compassionate choices for ourselves. And so finally, suppose when you look in the mirror, you would see the image of what others see about you. Maybe you would see someone who is lovely, strong, and kind. That's you. And I would ask you to please take your time this week to look at yourself that way. Take a moment to look at yourself the way I see you, the way others in your life see you. And then treat yourself as you would treat your best friend in the whole world. Just take the time to do that this week. That is the first gesture of self-compassion that you can give to yourself. And remember, this happens in small steps. This notion of being kind to yourself is evolving each and every week. So take the time to start small and build on it because you are worth it. Remember that. You are worth it. Okay? That's just a little tiny taste of what you're going to be talking about in tonight's support group. And so I invite you to get ready to do a little breathing. Let's do some breathing together to just bring that stress level down, down, down. I invite you to place your feet on the floor. Take the shoulders up to the ears and let them roll back down so that you're not holding any tension there. Placing the hands down on your lap, facing down for grounding or uplifted for more energy, whatever you're needing at this time of day. And then always having a little tall spine, nice lift through the crown of the head. So your body is nice and aligned and supported in the chair beneath you. I invite you now to close the eyes or leave them gently cast down in front of you or at a gazing point. And as you come into your alignment, begin to breathe in and out from the nose, breathing in and breathing out. Just noticing that supportive breath as it moves in and out of the body. And then beginning to sort of find this time in the present moment for yourself. Dialing down anything that occurred during the day that does not serve you. Just coming into this present moment, knowing that even if there are thoughts that come flowing through your mind, that we know how to look at those thoughts without judgment and let them go like the little raindrops out there on your window today. Let them go, let them go, let them go. They will not impact our time together tonight. And just taking this time to trust yourself in this present moment, trusting what it is that you need, what your body needs, what you need emotionally, and what your mind needs tonight. And just knowing that your breath will support you on your journey. And then continuing to breathe in and breathe out through the nose. We're going to place one hand over the heart and one hand on the low belly. And you can even think of this as a little gesture of self-compassion, holding yourself at this moment in a little gesture of self-compassion here. Breathing in and breathing out. And we're going to deepen the breath, moving it down from the nose into the chest. So the chest and the ribs and the belly. As you inhale, the chest lifts, the ribs lift, and the belly expands out into your hand. And when you exhale, the belly contracts, the ribs fall, and the chest falls. This three-part belly breathing, almost like a wave. So, we know that when we're in the ocean and the waves are tossing us around, if we think of that breath as a wave, we can know that we're not going to be tossed around and tossed out. We're going to just ride that wave. We're going to ride it with intention, breathing in, chest, ribs, belly. Breathing out, belly, ribs, chest. So just feeling the breath in the body, feeling that wave that you're on. Knowing that this breath will sustain you, not just in this present moment, but any time you need it. The breath is always with you. Good. And so as we breathe this belly breathing, we know that when we deepen the breath, we kickstart the parasympathetic nervous system that allows us to come further and further into relaxation. Good. And just taking this time to deepen the breath, allowing the breath to support you and roll with you as you breathe. And as you breathe in this manner, I'm going to read our affirmations for tonight's practice. Affirmations are statements of positivity that we make to ourselves, and when we say them over and over again, they begin to resonate with us. It's kind of like a mantra. And so for tonight, our affirmations are: I will be gentle with myself. I'm doing the best I can with the resources I have right now. I care for me as I care for you. I care for me as I care for you. Good. And just allowing that breath to continue to flow throughout the body, nourishing every cell that it touches, every organ, every bone, every joint, every muscle and tendon and ligament. That breath is your life-giving force that sustains you. And we know that when we regulate the breath, we can support our central nervous system in any way that we need to. You are in control of that. And that's the beauty of breathing and meditation practices. Good. And just continue that breathing, that full 3-part belly breathing. And maybe set an intention for your practice tonight. Just one word. What are you needing in this present moment? And use that mindful awareness to come up with a word that you're needing. One word. Don't think too much about it, just whatever comes up. Let that be your intention for tonight. And then taking both hands over the heart. So holding yourself now, one hand over the other, in the ultimate gesture of self-compassion. And then repeat your intention to yourself 3 times. Good. And then gently open the eyes and allow your hands to be released. And you can place those hands back on your lap. Good. I hope everyone is feeling a little more relaxed from that breathing. Now we'll begin a little mindful movement that's going to bring us further into some relaxation and intentional movement tonight. So let's take those ears up to the shoulders and start to roll them forward and back, moving the hands on the knees. As we move the shoulders up, we breathe in. And as we exhale, we bring those hands further back towards the body and the shoulders come down. So just a little mindful shoulder rolls here. Really loosening up any tension that we're holding in that area. And then changing directions, moving forward and back. Good. Good. And then coming to stillness once again. And then we're going to just roll the head around, just opening up the tight places in the neck and in the shoulders. And just remember to keep your circles on the small side if you have a lot of tension there, if you have any areas that are particularly tight or painful. We never want to go beyond that edge. So just nice, gentle circles, and then circling in the other direction when you are ready. Good, and then coming to stillness, We're going to take our hands, placing them on the lap, and then we're going to inhale, taking our gaze up to the sky, and then moving the hands up toward the knees. And as we exhale, we round the spine, tucking chin to the chest, and the hands come back toward the body. So just a little cat-cow here. Mindful movement, remembering to inhale as you look up. Exhale as you round the spine. This is our flexion and extension of the spine. Articulating one vertebrae at a time. Waking up the spine, waking up the body, allowing a little blood flow here. If you've been sitting a lot today or unable to really get up and move, this is a gentle way of doing just that. Good. Good. And then we're going to take some movements of the spine to the side. So inhaling, bringing the right arm up overhead. Exhaling, lifting and lengthening, bending to the left side. Just kind of inviting in an opening of that whole right side body. And then inhale, coming back to center. Inhaling the left arm up, and then exhale, bending to the right. And so let's do that on your own. A little mindful movement to the side. One more, two more actually, directions of the spine, left and right. Good. Beautiful. Great. And then coming to stillness again. We're going to lift the arms up overhead, inhaling as we do, pressing the palms together, and then exhale, pressing the palms away, taking our gaze down to the floor. Good. Inhale, coming back up, lifting gaze, lifting the palms. Exhale, floating the palms back down, taking our gaze down to the floor. So I invite you to do these sun breaths at your own pace. Just feeling that movement in the body. Lifting and flowing back down. Good, 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 good. Beautiful. Good. And then coming to stillness again, we're going to take the right hand and place it on the left knee. And then taking the left hand, finding the back of your chair, lifting and lengthening through the crown of the head as we twist to the left side, breathing here. Feeling this twist, this twisting of the spine in the body. Breathing into that stretch. Good. Then coming back to center. We'll take that left hand to the right knee. Right hand comes to the back of the chair. Take a nice big inhale here. And exhale, twisting to the right. Nice, gentle stretch. Good. And let's do that 2 more times on each side. Seated twist. Very good. Great, and if you finished your twist, just meet me back in the center. We're going to bring our arms out in front of us, palms facing up to the sky. And then take opposite hands to opposite shoulders and give yourself a great big hug of compassion right here and right now for everything you do every day. Good. And then bring those arms back out, twisting at the elbows, and then pressing the palms together in eagle arms. You can stay right here, or you could lift the arms in front of the face, whatever is most comfortable. So being kind to your body and being aware of how far you want to go. Remember, you make that choice. Good. Just breathing, feeling that expansion in the shoulder blades. Beautiful. And then untwisting the arms. Let's bring the arms out to the sides, opening up the arms and bringing the shoulder blades back together so that you're getting a nice opening, kind of a counter stretch of what we just did. Good. And then coming back, we're going to take opposite hands to opposite shoulders again, giving yourself a nice big hug. And then once again, bending at the elbows. This time, whatever arm was underneath, you're going to do the opposite, bringing palms together, eagle arms. And then just breathing in your eagle. Eagles are strong, they're resilient, and they have vision. So just allowing yourself to be in this moment and channeling your inner strong eagle here. Good. And then gently untwisting. This time let's bring the arms into cactus arms. So bending at the elbows, bringing those elbows close to the ribs, opening up the heart and the chest. Just breathing here. Beautiful. And then bringing the hands to the heart. Close the eyes. And think about that intention, that one word that you set earlier in our practice tonight. Bring that to mind for just a couple of breaths. Good. And then take the arms apart, take the hands apart, and I invite you to get ready now for your deep rest tonight. I invite you to find your comforts, your blankets, your pillow. Anything to make things just a little more delightful in your space tonight. Find your music if that is your choice. Find your aromatherapy, just whatever you need. Take your time in getting ready. We're going to do a loving kindness meditation tonight. This is when we begin with loving kindness to ourselves, and then we extend that loving kindness to loved ones, and then to people that we don't know well, and then to our community, and then to the world at large. So this is a wonderful way to make the connection between self-compassion that starts with you, and then the ripple effect is that it goes out into the world, but it has to start with you. So we're going to try a little bit of that tonight. So as you're settling into your chair or to the floor beneath you, I invite you to once again close the eyes, maybe lowering the lights in your sanctuary, creating an atmosphere of calm and peace. And if you're lying on the floor, stretching out nice and long, bringing your feet out wide, your arms can be down at your sides, or they can be resting on the low belly. If you're sitting in the chair, just make sure that you're nice and comfortable there. And I invite you to close the eyes once again as you connect with the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And just feeling that breath in the body once again. Let's channel that wave-like motion of the breath, breathing in through the nose, sending that breath down through the chest and the ribs and the belly. And then as you exhale, belly, ribs, chest, and then back out through the nose. So just knowing that the breath is supporting you every step of the way. So in this practice, we will be cultivating loving kindness. We all have within us a natural capacity for loving kindness. Loving kindness is a natural opening of a compassionate heart to ourselves and to others. It is a wish that everyone be happy, and everyone deserves to be happy. We begin with developing loving kindness towards ourselves, allowing our hearts to open with tenderness. Now I invite you to remember and open up to your own basic goodness. You might remember times that you have been kind or generous to others. You might recall your natural desire to be happy. It might help to use your imagination and to picture yourself as a young child standing before you, perhaps at 4 or 5 years of age. It may allow feelings of tenderness towards yourself to grow and to flow more easily. And as you experience this feeling of love, this feeling of tenderness towards yourself, notice how that feels in your body. Maybe you feel a little warmth or heat in the face. Maybe you feel a little inner smile from the inside finding its way out. This is loving kindness, a natural feeling that is accessible to all of us, always. So just rest with this feeling of open, unconditional love for a few mindful breaths. Just let yourself bask in this loving kindness, breathing it in and breathing it out, inviting in feelings of peace and acceptance. And begin now to wish yourself loving kindness by extending loving and kind words to yourself. I will be offering guidance and phrases that I've chosen for you. And you're invited to just listen to these phrases in your mind and say them to yourself as I say them to you. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be held in loving kindness. May I feel connected and calm. May I accept myself just as I am. May I be happy. May I know the natural joy of just being alive. Let those words sink in. Feel them in your body. Accept them in your mind. And I will recite those words of loving kindness once again. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be held in loving kindness. May I feel connected and calm. May I accept myself just as I am. May I be happy. May I know the natural joy of being alive. Now I invite yourself to open the circle of loving kindness by bringing to mind someone who is dear to you, someone whom you care about, and who has always been supportive. Reflect on this person's basic goodness, sensing what it is in particular that you love about him or her. In your heart, feel your appreciation for this dear one and begin your simple offering to them. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you feel my love now. May you accept yourself just as you are. May you be happy. May you know the natural joy of being alive. Let that settle in. Feel it in your bones. Feel it throughout your whole body. Now bring to mind a neutral person, someone you might see regularly but don't know well. It could be a neighbor, a clerk at the grocery store, someone who you come in contact with but don't know them very well. Think of that person now and repeat these words of loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you feel my love now. May you accept yourself just as you are. May you be happy. May you know the natural joy of just being alive. Let those words settle in as they flow through the body just like the breath. Now we're ready to expand the circle to someone with whom you've had a difficult relationship. Perhaps it is someone that it is hard to feel sympathy or compassion for. And just take a moment to see if it's possible to let go of feelings of resentment or dislike for this person. And remind yourself to see this person as a whole being, deserving of love and kindness. See if it's possible to extend to this person these words of loving kindness in your mind. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you feel my love now. May you accept yourself just as you are. May you be happy. May you know the natural joy of being alive. And just let these words resonate deep inside you. This loving kindness for this person with whom you have a difficult relationship. Just let those words extend to them now. And now allow your awareness to open out in all directions to yourself, to a dear one, to a neutral person, and a difficult person, and to all beings, humans and animals, living everywhere, living in richness, living in poverty, living in war, living in peace, living in abundance, being aware of all the joys and sorrows that all beings everywhere experience. And just channeling those feelings deep within you as you extend your loving kindness out to the whole world. May all beings be filled with loving kindness. May all beings be happy. May all beings awaken and be free. May all beings be happy. And now bringing this practice to a close by coming back and extending loving kindness to yourself where we started. Taking a moment to bask in any loving kindness that may have been generated here. And having compassion for yourself, for who you are, for showing up every day to care for the loved ones in your life, for your generous, compassionate, caregiving heart, for being here now, and rest. Just rest. Rest your body, your mind, and your spirit. Rest well. very gently and slowly begin to bring your awareness back, inviting in a little movement, wiggling fingers and toes, rocking your head a little bit from side to side, taking a full body stretch in your chair or on the floor. Maybe rolling the shoulders up to the ears. Whatever movement you need, use that skill of mindfulness to let you know what it is that you need right now to come back to the present moment. Maybe taking a couple of deep breaths here. And then just roll to one side. I'm going to read a couple of quotations by the Everwise Dalai Lama. And this is what he says for us tonight. Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. And again, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. And then whenever you're ready, just press yourself back up into seated, and we will meet on the screen